Were the Browns breaking NFL rules this season? The league is investigating whether the Browns sent text messages to the sidelines during games this year. I'm Kerry Chow, joined by ESPN Browns reporter Pat McManaman. Pat, what's at issue here? So who was sending texts to whom and for how many games?
Well, Kerry, that's a good question that we'd all like to answer directly. I don't know that I can right now because it hasn't actually been made clear who was doing the texting, who was receiving them, and what the nature of them were. All that we know is that there were texts going from someone in the front office to someone on the sideline, or perhaps even in a coaching booth, that I'm not sure of too, but to another Browns personnel during a game, and according to league rules, that is not allowed or permitted during a game, I believe from a period of 90 minutes before through the end of the game. So whatever was happening shouldn't have been happening. The exact nature of it, I think, is what we're going to find out as the league looks into what did take place.
Gotcha. How did these allegations first come up? Who reported them?
Actually, from a Cleveland.com report from Mary Kay Cabot, reported it that Kyle Shanahan was upset about it because it was portrayed as people second-guessing his decisions or use of personnel, and that kind of contributed to his dissatisfaction with the team. And as we know now, he is not going to be back with the Browns this year. He is now going. He has been relieved of his contract. He resigned, actually, I should say.
Do we know what kind of potential punishments there might be?
I would say, from what we know and what we hear, these were not exactly strategic texts. It wasn't about a competitive advantage. It was more about one person with the team complaining about who was playing, what play call was just made, and another person on the team receiving that text. So I don't know that it's a competitive advantage. So I don't think a draft pick would be involved. If it's a possibility that they could lose a pick, I think it probably would be more of a fine because it's more of, people just kind of communicating back and forth about things they didn't like that were happening. Now, the problem is that it did obviously had an effect on the coaching staff. It obviously had an effect on Kyle Shanahan, so the ripple effect from what took place might actually be bigger than the actual fine the Browns received.
The effects certainly could be more significant than the initial alleged text messages. All right, ESPN Browns reporter Pat McManaman, thanks as always. I'm Kerry Chow with your latest ESPN headline.